There's a blueprint to beat Antonio Silva out there for anybody to get. Can't find that on me because I haven't lost.
Daniel Cormier is a great Olympic wrestler, but he can't become a great jiu-jitsu fighter overnight.
His size can actually be a hindrance. I'm a lot faster than he is. I'm a lot more athletic than he is. If I want to take him down, I'm taking him down.
I only wake up in a fight when I've been hit once or twice. Then I turn it on.
Tonight, this is the obstacle I have to cross in order to become that full-fledged mixed martial arts contender that I want to be.
I've trained for years to be here. Nothing is going to stop me from winning the Strikeforce Heavyweight Grand Prix.
And now, please welcome to the cage the U.S. Olympian Daniel Cormier.
Daniel Cormier has experienced terrific highs professionally, devastating lows personally. But here he is on the cusp of really authoring a tremendous story as he comes into the tournament as a replacement for Alistair Overeem. 8-0, an Olympic hero, and now facing the toughest test of his career against Antonio Bigfoot Silva. Why, again, Pat, do you believe he's ready for this test?
Listen, first and foremost, his accomplishments in life and in athletics is longer than my leg. and he is used to winning. That's all he's done his entire life. Yeah, he's lost a couple of wrestling matches in his entire life, but barely. He's never had his rear end handed to him. He's undefeated in MMA. This kid is a winner.
Cormier is a natural leader as a captain of the Olympic wrestling team. And his key tonight, lots of takedowns. Just keep them coming. And be sure to damage Giant Silva in between those takedowns.
And now here is the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt phenom, Antonio Bigfoot Silva.
Riding the momentum of his huge upset win in the opening round of the tournament against the last Russian Emperor, Antonio Bigfoot Silva. You know how they say the strong continue to get stronger? Well, he has joined Team Nogueira in Brazil, representing his country and representing the fact that here's a guy who has rarely tasted defeat and yet has to continue to assert himself in this tournament because now he goes from a feared striker to a feared wrestler. What does that do to your mentality when you're preparing for one style and all of a sudden find out you got to deal with something totally different?
Well, I'm sure Silva was going to be looking for takedowns against Overeem, put him on his back. I think once he had him there, he felt he could finish Overeem very easy. Now he's dealing with one of the best wrestlers on the planet in MMA. No longer is he looking for takedowns probably because he's going to end up on his back, very likely.
Giant Silva knows what it's like to be a champion. He's been a champion before. His biggest key tonight is those sweeps and elbows. There's no doubt in my mind he's going down. He's going to be on his back, but when he's there, he's got to turn this fight over and get those big elbows working.
At this time, we would like to welcome the men and women serving around the world watching tonight's broadcast in 175 countries on AFN, the American Forces Network, on the eve of the 10th anniversary of 9/11. We thank you even more for all that you do. Let's go to the tail of the tape for this, the first semifinal matchup in the Strikeforce World Grand Prix Heavyweight Tournament.
The younger Silva has almost 6 inches in height advantage. He was 16.5 pounds heavier at weigh-in time, much bigger tonight, and he has a massive 11-inch reach advantage. He should be called Giant Reach Silva tonight.
And once again, don't forget, in the tournament fights, if the bout is scored a draw, the fight will go to a sudden victory round, and the 3 judges chosen by the Ohio Athletic Commission must determine a victor in that 4th round if necessary.
All right, fans, here we go. Strikeforce and Showtime present the co-main event of the evening. 3 5-minute rounds in the semifinals of the Strikeforce Heavyweight World Grand Prix. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. Standing at 5 feet 10.5 inches, he weighed in at 247 pounds. With a world-renowned background in wrestling, his MMA record stands at 8 wins, no losses, with 3 knockouts and 3 submissions. Please welcome the 2-time U.S. Olympian from Lafayette, Louisiana. Here is the undefeated Daniel Cormier. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Standing at 6 feet 4 inches, he weighed in at 264.5 pounds. His record stands at 16 wins and 2 losses, with 11 knockouts and 3 submissions. Please welcome the former heavyweight champion from Campina Grande, Paraíba, Brazil, introducing Antonio Bigfoot Silva. And our referee in charge now to give instructions, Greg Franklin.
Gentlemen, you've been giving your instructions back in the locker room. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands all the time. So I have any questions out of the red corner? Any questions out of the blue corner? Touch gloves, come out fighting.
If you're sitting at home and thinking to yourself, man, that referee looks a lot like Rich Ace Franklin, well, it's because it's his brother, Greg Franklin, and we are set for the first of our 2 semifinal bouts, 3 5-minute rounds. Antonio Bigfoot Silva in the red gloves, Daniel Cormier in the blue gloves.
The thing that stands out right away to me, Mauro, look how big Silva's hands are compared to Cormier's, my goodness.
Yeah, when he delivers hammer fists, they're more like sledgehammer fists. And indeed, that's something that Cormier will want to avoid. And in preparing to face the wrestler, and one of the best wrestlers ever, is now Silva rushing Cormier to the fence. Cormier immediately turning away. Silva actually prepared for this fight with legendary BJJ black belt under the late Carlson Gracie, Ricardo De La Riva, the creative guard player in BJJ, known for the De La Riva guard. So if he does find himself on his back due to a takedown, like you said, Cormier just tagged Silva with the right hand.
It's exactly what Mike Kyle hit him with when they fought.
Absolutely, great point.
Got to be careful hanging out down here with him, though.
And it's interesting that Kyle, also victorious on the undercard, said that Silva was known for his quick, fast hands. Well, it's Cormier who draws first blood in the striking department. And he was saying, as I mentioned, the De La Riva angle, knowing for those sweeps, but Cormier lets him back to his feet. He knows better.
Here's where Cormier's got to be careful not get overconfident, because Silva still has power. When somebody's hurt, they're extremely dangerous.
We saw Cormier show marked improvement in his striking in his last victory against crafty veteran Jeff Munson, and there he tags him with the left. Silva still looking to regain his faculties.
It's the quickness, man. It's the quickness.
And again, the left hand.
He kills.
Uppercut from Silva, but he still has not fully recovered. Cormier tagging him now at will, and Silva going for the takedown. Sprawl by Cormier.
That means he's hurt.
Don't shoot a double on an Olympic wrestler. It doesn't work out for you.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Silva in trouble early in round 1.
Cormier's got to let him up. That right hand's landing. He's faster on his feet.
Cormier's got to be careful of those kicks going to his knee joints. That will dislocate your knee or damage it at very least if you're not careful.
That hurts too.
Yeah.
So drama already in the first of our 2 semifinals as Cormier has knocked down Bigfoot and continues to tag him in the early going. Now Bigfoot looking to regain momentum here. Set something up. High guard. And the jab.
Silva should be throwing kicks because it doesn't really matter if he goes to his back. He can work his submission holds.
What a sweep by Cormier.
This kid is sick.
Unbelievable. 8-0. An injury replacement. Many people wondered how he would fare. So far, passing the test with flying colors. But again, just 3 minutes into the opening round.
Got to keep that lead leg bent, man. He keeps getting kicked there.
won't feel that till tomorrow, though.
Depends on how bad it gets hyperextended, right, Frank?
Yeah.
Well, the fans, and I think I agree with them in this time, not much happening. Cormier having all kinds of success in the stand-up. I'd back away if I were him. Bring it back to the feet, and that's exactly what's happening.
Hey, Cormier's being smart, man. He's working the clock. He hurts him, works the clock a little bit, hurts him, works the clock. Silva's got to get after it here, that's for sure.
Again, Silva with the distinct size advantage, plenty of power in his striking as well. Cormier now along the fence.
Cormier's laughing like, wow, I can't believe I got out of the way of those.
Again, looking to catch the kick, catches him with the right instead. 1:11 left in the first. The jab from Cormier. Uppercut! Down goes Silva! And the fist! Cormier has done it! Daniel Cormier has done it! He has just defeated Bigfoot! Cormier makes it to the final! And improves to 9-0! Mamma mia!
This kid is dangerous for everybody.
Wow, what a moment! Daniel Cormier, two-time Olympic wrestler, proving to be a striking machine, pulling off a major upset here tonight.
I guess he didn't need them takedowns.
Hey, you got a couple, right?
The unpredictable world of mixed martial arts has just authored a dramatic chapter, a great sign of sportsmanship here by Bigfoot Silva. Daniel Cormier, will he be the Cinderella man of this tournament, coming in at 8-0, and wow, what a victory.
Yeah, and it was the speed. The speed is what was the factor here. Obviously, Cormier, very powerful, athletic, a great wrestler, but the kid's just, he's amazing. Very good instincts.
And the round started with a bang. It was all Cormier, overhand right on the chin. Silva just wilting from it, but having enough to go back to his guard and get good position, hand control. He went right back to his game, but they just kept coming.
Yeah, Cormier, man, that was a beautiful overhand right.
And Cormier patient, waiting, a nice little hook uppercut right there, shakes the head of Silva, you can see it, and he went down like a sack of potatoes. Into the fight right there. At a second look at the end of the fight, it's a left hook jab and an uppercut pop, just shakes the head and drops Silva like a bag right there. That last hammer fist, the last two, not even necessary. He was done.
Beautifully placed uppercut there at the end. That was sweet.
Well timed, finding the range. Really nice striking from an Olympic wrestler.
Comes down to instincts, right, Frank? This kid has instincts. Let's go up to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 3 minutes 56 seconds in round number 1. He is the winner by way of knockout. Continuing to the finals of the Strikeforce Heavyweight World Grand Prix, Daniel D.C. Cormier.
Daniel Cormier, congratulations. It's true what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. My friend, a two-time Olympic wrestler, training at American Kickboxing Academy. Could you have scripted this any better? What did you think about tonight's performance?
Oh, it was great, man. I fought one of the top 5 heavyweights in the world and knocked him out. Give me some respect now.
Hey, Cincinnati, do you respect Daniel Cormier? I think they respect you, my man.
4-0 tonight for AKA.
A clean sweep.
4-0 for AKA. Hey, I want to thank my management company, Zinkin Entertainment. I love you guys. My little boy, Daniel, I miss you, brother. Daddy's coming home tomorrow. I love you. Guys, I'm going to the finals and I'm winning. I'm taking that title.
Speaking of the finals, before we get to that, let's take a look at the knockout, Daniel. Here's a chance for you not only to admire your work, but take us through what's happening.
I hit him with the jab, left hook, uppercut. Listen, he's no Cain Velasquez, and that's who I train with every day.
Now, speaking of the tournament,